Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well. Hopefully your grind for this month's event is good. In this video we're going to be focusing on objectives and looking at tips and tricks in order to make sure your grind is on point and making sure that we kind of look after those that are just starting out in the game, also those that are end game players as well. Before the video fully kicks off, please help out the channel by hitting the like button as well as putting a comment down below of your thoughts of the objectives in general. Are you happy to see these back? Do you think that they're going to be a little bit more difficult? Based on the last time we had objectives, it was a little more of a kind of a free-for-all. What are your thoughts? Put it in the comment section below and hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. But let's begin. First of all, if you're looking to smash out the first 4 things, which is to get the SpiderVerse Champions, I think with a 5-star it may be a little bit difficult, but there is options available from the class trip event, which does give the allocation of getting a legendary crystal, which could mean that that is more of a possibility to get that smashed out. You may get luck in crystals. The SpiderVerse Champions is quite varied, so it could be a positive for you, or maybe you won't even achieve it. I think for a lot of players starting out, getting the homesick crystal, getting the 2-star is much more achievable to get, and as you can see, I've already got one of those. So the 3-star is going to be a lot easier for those that have been progressing on their rosters. Prem crystals are going to be great, not just the homesick crystals, so do make sure that you're grinding out for Prems. I know people say that might not help, but look, there's a strong emphasis to arena grind, especially with further things that we're going to talk about, and you get Prems from doing arena grinding. Sticking with the aspect of grinding out arena, it is really teed up for you to then grind out a good amount of it. Like I said, grabbing Prems from arena is helpful. Getting units is helpful. You may want to then buy homesick crystals, which you can do for 100 units at a time, but if you're looking to save your units, then do so. But your grind is going to be important. Get those Prems, pop them open, get SpiderVerse Champions, helps out towards the other things we just talked about, but also here with the grind of Arena. The name of the game with Arena is reinvestment. So with those 2-stars, you get the homesick crystals. And for example, as you can see here with, look, I've got Venom, I've got Spider-Man, I've got Spider-Man Miles Morales, Agent Venom, even up here Carnage. Once you get all these kind of champions, you're able to reinvest them. And look, that helps out towards the grind of Arena. Those 2-stars, yeah, it does mean you're going to be grinding out the 2-star Arena, but you shouldn't really turn up your nose at the grind because you can do this and then move on to, say, 3-star champions with other arenas that are going the basic. There's also the 3-star arena, even your 5-stars, and before you know it, you'll probably find that you've done in a very short space of time the grind. 2-stars refresh a lot more quickly, so it could be a case that you've been doing that. And that's what I've been doing this morning whilst I've been recording this video, is quickly go in, do a 3 fights, then record some content, edit something together, come back in, do some more, and then just rinse and repeat. Because this month you have to think a lot more cunning than before, because last month it was a case that you could just do the objectives quite easily without any kind of great worry. I think it was within the first 3 to 4 hours I was doing an intense arena grind and was able to smash up the objectives. This month is all about the SpiderVerse Champions. So look, you're going to have to think more strategically with this. So look at those 2-stars, don't turn up your nose at them, grind the 3-stars, 4-stars, 5-stars, all of them together, you know, in different types of arenas. So look, think, and you'll be fine. Now onto the questing side of things. I have been as well doing some auto fighting while I've been recording and editing. The main emphasis on this is the win fights using SpiderVerse Champions. It's going to be a lot more easier. If you really want to take home a good amount of stuff, my recommendation is to grind out when hero use is on with solo events, or it's event quest completion. If both those things are on, you know, it's a good time to grind. So look to kind of double up what you're taking home. Also, word of warning is that you'll probably find that going up against a SpiderVerse champion is a little bit more complicated than you might think. And the reason that I say that is that in the questing side of things for Phantasmagoria, you don't actually go up against many SpiderVerse champions. Yes, there are some there, but it's not a great abundance, so you're not going to be able to smash this out. As you can see, I'm on number 4 of this one here because I'm using them, but at the same time going up against them is probably mean that that'll take a lot longer. And for this, I think once you get into class trip, you'll find that you're going up against a lot more SpiderVerse champions, therefore making the situation a little bit more easier to do. This finally leads me on to dungeons, and the top tips for this is gathering those champions. Thankfully, dungeons is always at the end of each month, the last 2 weeks, Which, let's face it, if you've been doing the grind and getting those homesick crystals from doing the other things like arena grinding, the wins from doing questing, going against champions, and as well the crystals will probably mean that you've obtained a few amount of those specific champions that are Spider-Verse to then go into things like dungeons. And people might say, oh, well, dungeons not really my thing. Well, look, you can utilize those champions at a lot lower level, the 3 stars, maybe the 4 stars. People will kind of have a lot more of those particular Spider-Verse champions to grind out and get these milestones done. It's unfortunate you have to wait the last 2 weeks, so there is a lot of sitting around and waiting. But the fact is, you'll probably get this done based on the grind of the things that we've talked about a moment ago. So to clarify, to smash out those crystal side of things and getting those particular Spider-Verse champions, there's a combination. Grinding out arena, getting those prems, popping open those prems, getting a bit lucky, because that's the emphasis. You've got to get a bit lucky to get those Spider-Verse champions out of the prems, 4 stars, as well as 3 stars. Also, look out for your Spider-Verse shard crystals, which can be obtained going through the month and smashing out those objectives. Also, if you're worried that you're not going to get a 4-star version, look, if you can do epic, then you will be able to get the legendary homesick crystal. Same with master, picking up that ultimate homesick crystal. Doing heroic means another chance for an ultimate. So there are chances there to try and get those particular milestones of those particular objectives. Smashing a good amount of arena in the process, or maybe at the end point, once you've accumulated all of those homesick crystals, you've popped them open, you're then able to say, right, I've got a lot more 2-star champions, whack them into arena, get some prems, get these champions getting those milestones in those objectives for the arena grind against and with, and quest wisely with class trip, because this will be helpful against grinding against those Spider-Verse champions as well as with. And yes, you can smash out content of, say, the new monthly Phantasmagoria, but you know, it's completely up to you where you do that grind. You probably, by the time of being able to get into the class trip, probably gone, hey, well, I've pretty much done it or smashed it. If not, you know the process, you know how to grind. If you want to as well go with the weaker champions and say you don't have very many, do remember there's beginner, there's normal, so you can utilize those 2-star champions for the grind as well. And the same thing applies for class trip with permission slips going right the way through to beginner. So you do have options of various different grinds for with and against those Spider-Verse champions. There we have it, guys. That has been a grind guide for the objectives, my thoughts, tips, and just general strategies of what I'll be using, as well as what I'm using at the moment. And hopefully by the time that you see me in a live stream, I've smashed out a good amount of these things, because I will be doing that in the live streams, smashing out some of these objectives, also grinding my way through this month's event quest. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest to Champions based content, and as always, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.